Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about how to use affirmation to get what you want or to resist some limiting belief or some part of yourself or life that you know really, or habit. Let me say habit, not life, that you're not really firm with or happy with. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video. If this video really impacted you and you have someone that you think this video might also impact as it has impacted you, please do me a favor and share the video, and don't forget please to like this video so that YouTube can recommend it to other people that might also impacted. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free. Thank you so much. So how I've used affirmation. Normally, I do use affirmation a lot, but for some time, when I newly started my personal growth, my inner work, I do use affirmation a lot. But for now, where I use affirmation is before going to bed when I wake up, and it's also in my phone. So when I just remember and I'm having some feeling or limited beliefs about some things, instead of me to constantly consistently thinking about that thing or just putting my attention on that thing, I try to just let it be and reverse the reverse affirmation against that thing. So I've really used affirmation, do really work for me, especially with habits that I don't really like. I do use affirmation, and also it has really worked for me. Most of the things that I've used affirmation to do, one of that was, because it's not really hard for me to change an habit. Yes, before it was hard, but sometimes when I just say that this habit I want to change it, when it's hard to change, I just use my affirmation. So most of the things that really used affirmation to change, this is my own words, not just say this is what I've really done for myself. So when I started driving, started learning how to drive, it was really getting it was really difficult for me. My husband was teaching me. I even have to write it because affirmation have really worked for me. Although I even have to write it down that I'm a good driver, I know how to drive, I pay attention to my driving, because one of my then biggest issue is attention. Sometimes I live in autopilot. So that's the best way to say it. I live in autopilot. I just forget every single thing that I'm doing, and I'm just in another world thinking about something else. So when I started learning how to drive, that was my biggest issue within me. Not telling anybody, but within me. I was just thinking, what about if I'm driving? I just lose control in my own head, being in my own head, thinking about something else when I'm on the steering. What will happen? So during that period, it was really getting difficult for me, not remembering what they told me yesterday. And my husband was the one also teaching me. So I was just using affirmation. I'm a good driver. I remember things. I know how to drive. I pay attention to my vehicle. I pay attention to the road. I pay attention to every single thing that I'm doing when I'm driving. That is one very important. When there is an habit in your life, or there is a part in your habit, in your character, or that you are not really happy with, and you want to really change it, try to use affirmation. Instead of you to stay in that dark place and continue wallowing in your sorrow, try to use affirmation to reverse it. So also, I don't know, I do really forget things a lot, names, roads, things like this. I don't know why I forget these things. I don't really know, because I'm very young to be forgetting about things. So sometimes I do use the excuse to say that, oh, my mother used to forget things a lot. But sometimes I was still thinking about my mother is still old, even when she was not that old. But that was my excuse. But sometimes I do tell myself the truth, I'm still very young. Why will I be forgetting things a lot like this? Like, you just tell me something, date, name, road, I'll just, even my husband even know. Even sometimes when we are having an argument, I don't even remember what we argue about. I'll just be angry, but I don't remember what really happened. So which I don't really like and appreciate about me. So I started telling myself, I have an authentic memory. I'm good in remembering things. I remember things easily, effortlessly. I have an authentic memory. I'm good in remembering things. I have an authentic memory. I'm good in remembering names. I'm good in remembering roads. And I remember things that are important to me, because it's one thing to remember things, and it's another thing to remember things that are important to you. What is not the essence if I can't remember the things that are important to me, but I can remember all the bad emotions, all the things that have really, all the emotions, all the bad things that have really happened to me, all the maybe things I've seen in my eyes are not really appreciative. What's not the essence of remembering those things if I can't remember the positive things when I was happy, the good things when good things happened to me? What's not the essence? So I also said to myself that I remember things that are important to me. I have an authentic memory. I remember things easily, effortlessly, and I'm good in remembering names, and I'm good in remembering routes. So as I continue saying that affirmation, sometimes it gets exhausted, but I don't do it as if it's work or I'm forcing it. One thing is, you don't do it as if you are forcing it, you are trying to force it. You just have to do it effortlessly. You might just be sitting and you just remember your affirmation. You say your affirmation. You might write it in a piece of paper or your journal. When you just come across it, you say it. You might be washing the dishes, doing your hair, brushing your teeth, and you just remember it, and you just say it. Very important, and you just say it effortlessly. It's not like you're forcing it, because when you're forcing it, just like the two, the negative one and the positive one is fighting against each other. So, but when you just try to leave those complain or those thought I'm not that, I'm not good in remembering things, I'm not good in remembering names, continuously telling people, sorry, I'm not good in remembering names, I'm sorry, I'm not good in remembering rules, oh my God, I just forgot what you told me. Nothing like that. So try as much as possible when you are in this conversation, try as much as possible to, you say, you're trying to affirmate, right? But when you are around people, try as much as possible to also use your words to bring positivities into those habits. Instead of you saying, I'm sorry, I'm bad in remembering names, just try to say, I'm good in remembering names. If you can't say that, just say, okay, don't say anything. If you can't say that, I would just advise don't say anything, because sometimes it's kind of embarrassing with people that don't really understand what you're doing. You just say, I'm good at remembering names, when you can't even remember the name. Because at the start, it's just like nothing is happening. And that is a 3D world. When you are manifesting something, trying to get something spiritually in the sense of manifesting, the 3Ds are always intend to show as if nothing is happening, which is not really correct. Something is really happening, but you have to stand firm, be strong, continue in your affirmation, even when the 3D continue turning against you as if nothing like shit is happening around you. Everything continue the bad experience, the things that you're trying to affirmate against. Why am I saying affirmate? Affirming against is still in your heart, still in your presence. Try as much as possible to stand firm, and continue affirming and continue affirming. So I don't say affirmating. So about that one, I don't remember all of them. But the ones that are really important that I've really done, it's this about my driving. You can see I'm driving. Yeah, sometimes I do make mistakes. That is me. And also, I do remember things a lot now. Even me, sometimes when me and my husband is talking, I tell him, when I say the thing, he will just like, because I'll say, I'm good in remembering things. That's what I tell him. I'm good in remembering things. I have an authentic memory. I remember it. This thing happened maybe last month, last 2 months. Do you know why this thing happened? Do you know why this conversation came out? Which I can never do before. I'll just forget everything. So sometimes he even used to use that to take advantage of me, because sometimes when we have an argument and I'm angry about something and he asks me consistently, what happened? What did I do? I can't even explain what happened or what I did but now I can explain every single word and what happened, why I was upset. And these also include in the behavior of other people, about maybe roads or names. Sometimes it just flashed to me. Sometimes I don't remember good things. Even with my sister, I just remember this and just like, you have a good brain. I wasn't like this before. It's just the belief that I tried to create on myself, because I didn't really like that part of me. So I tried to turn it around and create that belief of myself and start telling myself and try believing it. At first, when you start doing these things, you might not believe it. You see that small brain of yours will be telling you, for when did you remember things last? Where did you remember things? This thing, that small brain of yours will be telling you. It's not that small brain or Your mind is a bad thing. It's just trying to keep you safe. Let me just say that. It's just trying to keep you safe. But apart from that, you have to let it be and tell him or her that, don't worry, I'm cool, I'm good. I know you're trying to keep me safe, but this part of me, you've really served me for this long, but I don't really appreciate it anymore. I really want to change that part of me. So this might be a very short video, 10 minutes video. I don't know if everything that I've said makes sense. Okay, but try to explain everything that I've said in your own way, to your own self, to make it explainable or to make it make sense to you. Because what I just said makes sense to me, but I don't know the way I explained it or put it together makes sense to you. Try to explain it to your own self or your own way to make it make sense to you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I remain your girl, Mimi, or Mirabel, anyone you feel comfortable calling me. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give this video a like if it's something that you really love and has really impacted your life, and share it to people that you think we always learn something from this video. And don't forget to always affirmate to that behavior or that habit that you don't really appreciate. Even at first, when you feel like nothing is happening in the 3D world, when you feel like it's not working, you don't believe it, try to continue affirming. Try to continue affirming and stand firm until you get that belief, that thing that you want to turn around in your physical life or in your 3D life. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.